Welcome back, Taurus, Secret to the Existential Shift. How was your birthday season? I figured I'd give you a little bit of time off to process everything that is going on and everything that has been going on. The earth is always the first to soak the blood. So, when the world is bleeding, when humanity is bleeding, when animals are bleeding, when nature is bleeding, who's there to soak the blood and wipe the tears quietly? You. Seven of Swords. It's like my natural instinct now was weird. When a card falls, that's the card, and yet I immediately put it back in the bottom of the deck. And it's kind of fitting to the nature of this card. It's almost like you just want to take a moment away from the crowd. And just either count your losses or count your blessings. Quietly. Unfortunately, it feels like there's almost no quiet place these times, right? It's like you go there, there's this. You go there, there's that. And it's all things that were and are. And now they're simply above surface. And similarly to Pisces, you're like, well, you've been walking upon me, you being Earth. And you just didn't know, so you had your peace of mind. With me, Taurus, as the Earth, I felt it all the things that were hidden under the rug, all the things that were in the lower layers, hid from awareness. I was always a sponge to all of that, right? And now that it's above ground, it's like I still don't get a break. It's just being stumped all over me. You just want to get a break from being the world, from dealing with the world. Unfortunately, Taurus, especially now that Uranus is in you, it's been there for like 3 years, but you know how we are. We talk about something that is about to occur and then we forget about it, even though it still exists. Uranus is very much so still in Taurus, walking the earth. We're not surprised that earthquakes are now beginning. We're not surprised that everyone is shouting for change. The earth has been shouting for change for so long. You have been shouting for change for so long. And now that everyone has joined the shouts, what do you do? What should you do? What can you do? Feel. It's your turn, Taurus. Finally, the world is kneeling to injustice. But you have been kneeling since day one. Most Taurians have very ancient souls. You have kneeled as the suppressed woman. You have kneeled as the suppressed person of color. You have kneeled as every persecuted person in the history of persecution, which is infinite, unfortunately, because you've walked this earth for a long time, being that you're earth. And now it's your turn to kneel and feel and heal. Kneel to yourself, Taurus. Everything that you've done. You just gotta keep doing the thing that you've always done. Seeing the lights between the cracks. Understand what's right. Seeing through the self-deceit and illusion of society and of people around you. Sharp and clear through the lies. It was never really possible to lie to. It's impossible to lie to a Taurus. Cross-watchers, you ought to know. If you're lying to a Taurus and they're saying it's just because they've learned how to deal with society and with people. That doesn't mean they don't know you're lying. And you're like, but they didn't get upset, but they didn't get mad. It's because of their compassion. Your deceit didn't work. It was just mercy. Back to Taurus. The star. The star is many things. First of all, you are a star, a beautiful seeker. Second of all, it symbolizes purity. But purity can only occur when the Pandora box opens up and all the demons comes out. And last but not least, that which was hidden underneath, hope. Taurus, soon you are going to start feeling the relief. Watch Pisces, you might relate to their reading because they have similar energy, right? Both Pisces and Taurus are very much so healer energy. So the relief will come from a place of you've been carrying all the wrongs and the injustices. And now the society is starting to click. Finally. It's a little bit weird for you. You're like, okay, well, what do I do? Just enjoy, just breathe, there are good things in your life right now. Acknowledge them, enjoy them, feel them. Allow yourself to bathe in it. Take a break for a second. Everyone were taking a lifelong break while you were out there doing. Now everybody's waking up, going out and doing and feeling great about themselves. And don't get me wrong, it's really good. It's about time that heroes aren't a rare thing. Rather, everyone wakes up into being their own hero and other people's hero. You have earned your peace of mind. You have earned your quiet space. It's your energy. Okay? Taurian energy that is taking all the Aquarian's vision and the Sagittarius vision of a better world and actually turned it into action and manifested in a realistic, tangible way. That's what Taurus do. They manifest reality. They take an idea and they create something real out of it. Because talk is not enough and ideas are not enough. They are the initiation of the creation. But if nothing happens with it, it just a bubble in the air, right? So everyone is now starting to be that, to wake up into that. It's a good thing, Taurus. But yes, it's absolutely a confirmation for you to tend to your own heart now. What about love? What about fun? What about serenity? What about nature? What about creativity? All these things the star and the temperance bring up. First of all, love. Both these cards, especially one after another, each on their own, but especially one after the other, represents true, pure love, unconditional love. It's soul-like love. Love has been coming up a lot in the past few readings. Like the true essence of it, not the codependent psychological, but the soul, the love of one another's soul. It's like looking into their eyes and seeing your entire universe. And just knowing that everything is infinite, therefore everything is okay. Something about their presence, and I don't know who this is for you, or if this person is going to come in, or maybe you're feeling them somehow, but some of you have this feeling that something big is coming in, or something really good is coming in. It's like it's sensational. It's very and the water here are pure. It's the cleanest water that you can imagine. There's no toxins and fluoride and metals and no longer drinking the dirt of the world. Stepping away from the mud. Just for a little bit. You are really, really, really divinely guided. There is, maybe you have protection around you, maybe you have some spirit guides, angels, ancestors, your own higher self, but something about the divine is coming up really, really strong here. Like these are very spiritual, deep cards. It's and they do speak of, you know, spirits, souls, beings beyond the veil, ethereal energies. Some of you are going to experience, wow, the sun. You see me shuffle. Oh my God, this is crazy. So, for a few of you, this is major success. If you're an artist, most especially. The reason I'm saying for a few of you is because these are general readings, and because this combination denotes huge success. This is like stardom energy. Okay, so I'm obviously aware that, you know, it's thousands of people that are watching me. It can't possibly be relevant for all of you, but those who know that you're on this path or that feel something similar, this could be for you. This is more felt towards Leo season, but you're already feeling the energy right now. And regardless of that, honestly, I'm a little bit like, I don't know how to respond to this combination of cards. The Star, Temperance, and the Sun. First of all, it's extremely sharp awareness. It's a knowing that is very, 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 a lot of clarity of mind. Discovering who you are, discovering your path, your destiny, being on it, already being on it. Doing something that you're happy about, that brings you joy. There's a lot of light in here, like it's almost blinding. Five of Cups. Someone isn't seeing it. I don't know if it's you that isn't aware of what is happening. Maybe you're feeling it, but you're like, no, this can't be for me. Right? No, this can't be me. Or as you step into this energy, someone else is feeling left out or missing out. There's so much good on the table, and yet it's surrounded with Seven of Swords and Five of Cups. So you have been programmed, wired throughout your life to think survival and to think getting up again. Your body isn't familiar with this energy. Your body isn't familiar with this abundance. Your body isn't familiar with this love. It's almost shocking to the system. So the response is automatic from, how you're used to responding. Say if something fails or something doesn't work out, or your body's already preparing itself. It's called post-traumatic stress disorder. Most of us are carrying it in one way, shape, or form to a certain degree. And also, as you receive this really good energy of Star, Temperance, and the Sun, it might allow you, kind of give you the ease and allow you to contemplate on that which is lost, or those who are not there to, those who aren't there to enjoy it with you or to see you, but they see you. Again, there's a very divine, there's a real divine presence here with these three cards, one after the other. It's like, if you have a chance to go out to nature, please take it. It's a lot of cards, but I gotta take them. You'll see them, you'll understand. Three of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Judgment, Empress has been coming up in all the readings, Hermit, Emperor has been coming up in most of the readings, and Three of Wands. Once again, Emperor and Empress are making an appearance. Okay, everyone is dealing with their soulmate. Everyone is meeting their soulmate. Everyone is uniting with their soulmate. Everyone is making room for their soulmate. Everything is about and around soulmate. Why? Because you can't be on your destined path you can't truly know yourself without the yin in you connecting to the yang in you, and vice versa. We are creatures of duality, and we are in constant journey for unity. That's our connection to Source, our connection to God. The way we feel complete is by finding one another. It's not something a woman in the 21st century ought to say, but I'm not talking about codependent, psychological, BS type of love. I'm talking about the real love, the love that we are inspired to discover at these unprecedented times. The world is awakening to the pain and the misery. People who have been left out, minorities, oppressed, are now calling out to live the way they ought to live. With honor and dignity and respect and acknowledgement. And they're working together. You are working together with people constantly to make something out of nothing. To give those who feel like they have nothing an understanding and a knowing that they have everything and that they're not alone. You may have affected someone deeply in this way, giving them a sense of belonging or are about to do so. You may have inspired someone to tap into their glorious self, aka the Empress, aka the Emperor, and go off on their own path. Because these cards, see, they're yours. You're doing that. You're living your best life. You are following your dreams. You are listening to your spirit. You are taking the risks. You're not taking any less than the absolute truth. And that echoes, Taurus. People around you get inspired to do the same. Fire energies, fire signs have been coming up a lot as well. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Something about first the fire of creation, the initiation, the spark of an idea, of a vision, of a will. And then there's you kind of taking it in a way that allows it to be warm and creative as opposed to burning and destructive. It's a very gentle, tempered balance. Right? Temperance is about balancing the energies. You are going to receive, I gotta let you look at this. A lot of truth is going to come in, Taurus. People who tried to lie to you are going to come and talk to you, or confess to you, or explain to you, or show regret, remorse. You might do the same. This is vice versa. If you're a cross watcher, I do recommend to do that with the Taurus because that's the only thing they'll respect and accept now. Absolute, from the heart, truth. There's really no other way to go about it. Just realize there's also Taurus Virgo energy here. That's not energy you can go about without telling the truth because, even if you're dealing, let's say you're a cross watcher and you're dealing with a Taurus that you feel like they're playing you and they're not truthful and all that jazz. You can't play someone into a lie without being aware of the truth. And people who are highly manipulative are people who can see right through you, your desires, your fears, and they know how to work with it. So in a very ironic way, deceitful people are also very truthful people. They just, they distort it into something different. They make a different use of it. But that's very specific and I don't want to focus on it. I want to go back to you, Taurus. Because you're right here on the table sitting on your throne and we like it. You are heard and acknowledged. Now maybe the money isn't coming in immediately this month in June. It's starting to show its presence, but there's so much to catch up on, we all know. But you are on the right track for abundance. And I do think that within 3 months until August, until Leo season, you'll be in a much better place and you're already going to start to feel it now, if we're talking finances. There is an aspect of generations, father-son kind of thing, or grandfather-father, that is coming in really strongly. Maybe they have a message for you. Maybe they have information for you. Bottom of the deck, I wasn't sure if it wants to come out. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups, and it wanted to be on the table, so we're going to let him. Hey Taurus, why don't we do this? Hey Taurus, why don't we go there? And it feels good. Two of Wands, the Lovers, the Chariot, King of Pentacles. I can't stop, okay? You have an opportunity to be on your road to major stability. If this is a financial project, a work endeavor offered by someone really, really serious in a strong position, and you know the details and you've checked the details throughout the retrograde, throughout June. June is the time to check all the details. July is the time to move, okay? Whatever this is, take your time to learn about it, to talk about it, to convey about it, to work on it, to figure out the detail. And this will be a Cancer, Capricorn season type of thing until it fully manifests, aka July through June. I'm sorry, July through January 2021. This June, July through January 2021. Take note of June, July. You will look back at this time, Taurus, knowing that it was a pivotal moment in your life that set you up on your track. It for sure involves a person or people, if it's work. It's something that you're good at, but relatively somewhat new or a little bit different than how it was until now for you. It will require a massive, like a big decision. It will require focus and your undivided attention to doing that. Okay? Again, this person is very serious. If you're a masculine and you're a Taurus, energy, and you feel like you're this energy, so you might be doing that to someone, or with that to someone in your environment. Or Taurus, if you're watching me and it's like you don't think it's you, then this is the person that is outside of you, right? That you might connect with in that level. It starts humble and small and without too many promises, but you recognize the potential and the sincerity. And it can really go somewhere. Okay, let's do some animal spirit. Guys, I will continue this in the extended. I'm going to do a double pentagram spread, a special look into you and your person of interest. So we will see into the love aspect of this. And you can find it below either on Patreon or on Instagram. Okay, I'm on Instagram if you want to join me there, but I meant on Patreon or on Vimeo. But before we do the animal spirit, I have a special announcement. Some of you may already know if you watch my other videos, but if you're new, hi, welcome to The Shift. My name is Morgane. So yours truly is nominated to be on the cover of Maxim magazine, which is a global luxury magazine for men. Some of the biggest names out there, from actresses to models, have been on it. It's awesome. It comes with a great prize that will do me really, really good. And also will allow me to take this channel to the next level production value-wise. I would love to give you better sound and lighting, for example, but that's just a little snippet of it. The truth is, it will be a great opportunity for me, and I mean we, and I kept saying that where Morgane goes, the existential shift goes. So this is us, and I also need you for it, which you'll understand in a second. So it's a great opportunity for us to expand this movement, to bring the existential shift to the lives of more people and have them, people who normally wouldn't necessarily find their way to this platform or spirituality or the occult and things like that, they can find their way through this because either from men who will look at me to young women who will look up to me, girls look up to actresses, to models, to influencers. And it's a great opportunity to give another oomph to the divine feminine and her awakening, and to what Venusian energy is in truth. It's the balance of the inside and the outside. The beauty that holds all the different elements and aspects of our existence. Mind, body, heart, spirit. I'd like to do that. What can you do? Oh, it's so very easy. So, if I have inspired you today or in the past 2.5 years where I've been giving you 13 hours minimum for free of content every month, if I helped you, if I taught you, if you just dig me and you want to help out, this is a great way to either give because you want to, or to reciprocate, or call it whatever you call it. Bottom line, it's pressing a button. Press the link below and then press your vote. Do it once a day. Voting opens every 24 hours, and it's a long game. So I need you guys with me. It's not just, I voted today and I'm good, I'm done. It's like, okay, I'll just do the videos this month and not next month. I'm okay, I'm done. You don't want me to have that attitude, right? I'm here with you constantly. So be with me. It's a long game. Do so every day. I had some beautiful seekers who told me they made sticky notes and all kinds of ways to remind themselves, reminders, and that is just so overwhelmingly beautiful. And thank you so very much for all my amazing seekers and seers and shifters who have voted. My patrons have been very, very supportive, and you guys are just rock stars. You're absolute rock stars. So thank you. So yeah, seeker, let's do this. And whenever you're watching this, if the link is below, it means it's relevant. Okay. Oh, wow. Why am I surprised? Sea serpent and phoenix. This is the ether, right? So in the deck, there's 5 elements in the deck of the animal spirit. There is the gnome for water, fire, air, earth, and then there's the ether, the magical creatures. The sea serpent and the phoenix. This is going through the elements, literally from the bottom of the sea, through the waters, rising up into the air as fire. Okay? That's literally what it is. So, there's an alchemical process for you, Taurus, that is accelerated. I feel like the energy of the world that is now raising its frequency with people's awareness is really giving you the oomph that you needed energetically. Because maybe so far it's been a struggle to raise your own frequency. If your environment or what you see on the media isn't clicking. But now that things are clicking and aligning with the world that we can and should have, although the process is obviously painful, because every transformation, every resurrection, every alchemical process basically requires to first being burned down to your core matter of existence before you can rebuild yourself. All right, it's like the butterfly. It melts down to its molecular structure, into a goo inside of a cocoon. It doesn't just grow wings, and then it reforms itself, reshapes itself as a butterfly. So it's painful, but it's beautiful, and that's what you're going through. And it's been accelerated with like, I feel like a swirl of energy your way, Taurus, and not bad. Maybe I shouldn't use the word swirl, but like massive amounts of energy are being sent towards you, and it really gives you the lift, that final push outside the standard 4 elements and into the ether, to a place of like where true shapeshifters honestly exist. The ability to tap into the different elements. The only way to tap into the different elements, different aspects of yourself like that, you know, like actors that go in and out of character in a sec, is by knowing all your elements fully, really, really well, getting to know yourself, all of yourself, including the shadow aspects, aka the shadow work. Watch my True Secrets of Manifestation on the 13th Element playlist if you haven't so far. So it's knowing all these elements, being all these elements, and then also being able to not be any of these elements. You can't step out of something without first being in that something. I know that was tricky a little bit. Anyway, Taurus, I feel like you're really, really growing into your becoming, and it is mutual work of yourself, your energies, and energies around you. There's something about a full circle happening, because I can't ignore the Ouroboros symbol here, the snake that eats its own tail. So something is coming in full circle, and for some of you, I'm also getting Kundalini triggering. Something, your Kundalini might be triggered to awakening. This is not something that happens regularly. It's definitely not something to pursue immediately on your journey, because you have to be able to contain that type of energy. You have to be able to work with that type of energies, to transmute those energies. It's a lot of energy to stir up inside of you if you don't know how to handle it, or if you don't know what's going on. It can get some people crazy. But for you, I feel like those of you who are watching, you are at a place where you are initiated, ready. And as for the Emperor and the Empress, something is still slightly in the middle. This is either time or contemplation by one of you. But it's going to kick into gear. Once it does, it's going to be very, very fast. Okay, I'll see you in a second in your extended. I love you guys very much. You can also check out Tarot Masterclass for those of you who want to learn tarot from me. All the links are below. All the explanations are below. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell buttons to receive notification and join the Existential Shift. And once again, thank you for your votes. Mwah. Rockstar.